Welcome to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to all viewers, subscribers, supporters. So to the point. The Mazda 2.5 Skyactiv-G is a naturally aspirated gasoline engine that has gained a reputation for its unique approach to internal combustion, prioritizing efficiency and a linear driving feel. Here's a detailed look, review, and opinions. Overall, the Mazda 2.5 Skyactiv-G is widely praised for its smooth power delivery and responsiveness, especially when paired with Mazda's well-regarded automatic and manual transmissions. Enthusiasts appreciate its naturally aspirated character in an era of widespread turbocharging, offering a more direct and predictable throttle response. It's often described as a driver's engine due to its engagement. However, some opinions note that compared to turbocharged rivals of similar displacement, the 2.5 Skyactiv-G can feel a bit lacking in mid-range torque, requiring drivers to rev the engine higher to access its power. While adequate for daily driving, those seeking brisk acceleration or strong passing power at lower RPMs might find it a bit underwhelming. Advantages: high compression ratio. A key characteristic of Skyactiv-G engines is their exceptionally high compression ratio, up to 14:1 or 13:1 in the US, to accommodate regular fuel. This allows for more complete combustion, extracting more energy from each drop of fuel, leading to better thermal efficiency and fuel economy. Smooth and linear power delivery. Being naturally aspirated, the power delivery is very linear and predictable, without the sudden surge often associated with turbocharged engines. This contributes to a more refined and enjoyable driving experience. Reliability. Generally, the 2.5 Skyactiv-G is considered a reliable engine. Mazda has a good track record for durability, and this engine is often lauded for its robust design. Fuel efficiency. Despite not being turbocharged, the high compression ratio and other Skyactiv technologies contribute to impressive fuel economy for a naturally aspirated engine of its size. Direct injection. This helps with fuel atomization and precise fuel delivery, contributing to efficiency and cleaner emissions. Disadvantages: lower torque than turbocharged rivals. As a naturally aspirated engine, it simply cannot match the low-end and mid-range torque of comparable turbocharged engines, which can make it feel less punchy in certain driving situations. Requires higher RPM for power. To get the most out of the engine, drivers often need to rev it higher, which might not appeal to everyone, especially those accustomed to the effortless torque of turbocharged units. Carbon buildup. Direct injection. Like most direct injection engines, the Skyactiv-G is susceptible to carbon buildup on the intake valves over time, as fuel is not sprayed over the valves to clean them. This issue seems to be less prevalent with Mazda engines compared to some other direct injection designs, possibly due to their Atkinson cycle-like design, but regular maintenance, and sometimes specialized cleaning, is important. Potential for cylinder deactivation issues. Some later versions of the 2.5 Skyactiv-G incorporate cylinder deactivation for improved fuel economy. While generally reliable, there have been some reports of issues with early implementations of this system. Faults and breakdowns. While generally reliable, some minor issues reported for the 2.5 Skyactiv-G and Skyactiv-G engines in general include intake manifold vacuum leaks, can lead to rough idling or performance issues. PCV valve failures can contribute to oil consumption or other engine problems. Engine knock at cold starts. Less common, but some reports exist. Thermostat issues. Some owners have reported thermostat failures, leading to engine warning lights. Oil leaks, primarily from the VVT solenoid gasket on some higher mileage units. It's important to differentiate these from issues reported for the turbocharged 2.5 Skyactiv-G, 2.5T, which has a known issue with cracked cylinder heads leading to coolant leaks. This is a more significant and potentially costly problem, but is specific to the turbocharged version, not the naturally aspirated one. Fuel consumption. Fuel consumption for the 2.5 Skyactiv-G is generally good for its class, especially given its naturally aspirated nature. While exact figures vary depending on the vehicle model, transmission, and driving conditions, Mazda's emphasis on efficiency through its Skyactiv technologies is evident. For example, a Mazda CX-5 with the 2.5 L Skyactiv-G engine can achieve combined MPG ratings in the high 20s or low 30s, US MPG. Timing. The Mazda 2.5 Skyactiv-G engine uses a timing chain, not a timing belt. Timing chains are designed to last the lifetime of the engine under normal circumstances, provided proper oil changes and maintenance are adhered to. This eliminates the need for periodic timing belt replacements, which can be a costly maintenance item on engines that use belts. Oil. Mazda typically recommends 0W 20 synthetic blend oil for the naturally aspirated 2.5 Skyactiv-G engine. For optimal performance and longevity, it's crucial to use oils that meet Mazda's specifications, e.g., API SL/SM/SN or ILSAC GF3/GF4/GFV or ASIA A5/B5. Regular oil changes with the correct type of oil are paramount for the health of this engine, especially considering its direct injection design and high compression. Versions and history. The Skyactiv-G 2.5L PYVPS naturally aspirated engine first appeared in the 2013 Mazda 6. Since then, it has been a staple in many of Mazda's popular models, including Mazda 3, Mazda CX-5, Mazda CX-30, Mazda CX-50 naturally aspirated variant. Over its history, Mazda has introduced subtle refinements and enhancements to the 2.5 Skyactiv-G. Notable developments include compression ratio variation. While the global target was 14:1, the US version typically uses a 13:1 compression ratio to allow for the use of regular 87 AKI octane gasoline without knocking, though with a slight reduction in torque and fuel economy. Cylinder deactivation. From 2018 onwards, some 2.5 Skyactiv-G engines, primarily in SUVs like the CX-5, incorporated cylinder deactivation technology, allowing the engine to run on two cylinders under light load conditions to further improve fuel economy. Mild hybrid integration, e-Skyactiv-G. More recently, Mazda has integrated mild hybrid technology with the 2.5 Skyactiv-G, branding it as e-Skyactiv-G. This typically involves a 24-volt mild hybrid system to assist the engine, further enhancing efficiency and smoothness of operation. The 2.5 Skyactiv-G represents Mazda's commitment to optimizing the internal combustion engine rather than solely relying on downsizing and turbocharging, and it continues to be a core powertrain option in their lineup. Thank you for watching the video, and I invite you to subscribe to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to everyone, and see you in the next episode. See you soon.